and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Eagles have just traded for Las Vegas Raider cornerback Jakorian Bennett, who's not a bad corner at all, right? He might not fit exactly what Pete Carroll wants to do here in Las Vegas, but he's a guy that I think fits kind of perfectly within the Eagles organization, especially if they're losing a guy like Avonte Maddox. They're, experimenting with putting Cooper DeJean at safety. This is a guy that can come in and play for them right away if they need him to. Now, this is a play where he gets press man coverage versus a bigger Quentin Johnston, right? Now, we all know he's not a great at catching the ball, but Jakorian does a great job staying stride for stride, but then breaking up the catch point at the top of the key. I mean, this is beautiful, right? So first thing we notice as a quarterback is this deep safety. You see how this one's kind of pressing up, this one's dropping back, so he's in more of a midfield closed, which means you have more space to throw this one-on-one ball. Quarterbacks are going to take this shot down the field every single day of the week. So Herbert does, and Bennett does a great job holding his ground, getting his hand there, and again, forcing the incompletion. I'm going to break down why I think Jakorian Bennett can be a good player in this Eagles organization. Before we dive in, I want you guys to comment down below 2 players that you are really excited to see during this year's preseason. Maybe 2 guys that can fight their way up the depth chart, fight their way up the roster. So let me know in the comments, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's kind of dive in. Another play here, press man coverage to the top side of your screen. Again, looks like a very similar situation where you got one eye safety that's up high, and then one's kind of pressed up near the box because how well the Ravens run the football. But when this play is snapped, we're going to see Lamar Jackson like a matchup right here with Nelson Agholor. Very fast, speedy wide receiver. He sees the matchup. Safety is not in position to kind of contend this right now. So again, they throw it up there, and Jakorian Bennett does a great job once again getting into the airspace, getting into the catch radius, and breaking this thing up at the catch point. Again, Jakorian Bennett is a good corner when it comes to getting that head around, okay? Not fouling too many because he can't get the head around. He does. He turns his head when the wide receiver does, and he usually can make plays in the football. Okay, so I do like Jakorian Bennett. Again, didn't fit the style of Pete Carroll where he wants bigger bodied corners, guys that can play zone, right? He's more of a guy that can stick with you. Whether you're fast or slow or big or tall or smaller, the dude could play well in a couple of different situations. Is he a game changer? I don't know if he's a complete organization changer. But let's actually really quickly go to this Eagles depth chart, and let's take a look at these DBs. So obviously you're giving up Thomas Booker, one of your backup defensive tackles. The Raiders just lost Christian Wilkins, or didn't lose him, they got rid of him. So they needed a defensive tackle. Eagles already have Jordan Davis. They have Jalen Carter. They have Byron Young. They like these guys, right? Now in the secondary, again, we could talk about it all day long. They're moving Cooper DeJean to that safety role. Okay, along with you have Andrew Makuba as well. But putting in the slot, right, you don't really have anyone they love for that nickel spot. Jakorian Bennett can play the nickel. You have Mac McWilliams, who's a rookie. Do you trust him to come in and play that role right away? Maybe, maybe not. Right, Eli Ricks, Adoree Jackson maybe can play it. He's a little bit bigger. AJ Woods. You have guys here, yeah, but you add more competition to this room, and I do believe that the Jakorian Bennett can help a team in a multitude of different ways. If you need him in the slot, you can put him in the slot. Again, he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he kind of fits that role. Now, his tackling ability is not the best in the world. Right here does a good job, though. Jakorian Bennett on this stretch to the outside, contains the edge, right, and wraps up. Maybe they pick up 4 or 5 yards there, but does a good job making the tackle. Again, not the biggest guy in the world, is not going to lower the shoulder and lay the boom on someone. But he's a guy that can help out in some situations. So, again, I don't mind it. I think he does fit what the Eagles needed, losing Avonte Maddox. Obviously, Darius Slay is more of an outside guy going to the Steelers. But Maddox is a nickel guy. They're moving Cooper DeJean back because C.J. Gardner-Johnson is now gone as well. I do think that this helps them a little bit depth-wise and more competition-wise. Let me know what you guys think, though. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.